It's not your words, it's your silence when he expects noise. No one tells you this when you're young. They tell you to be pretty, kind, good, forgiving. They teach you how to say sorry when you didn't break anything. They teach you how to give and give so no one leaves. But they never teach you the part that makes a man stay, the truth that keeps him awake when you're not around. A man does not value what he owns completely. He values what he could lose. He values what stands beside him, not behind him. He values what loves him deeply, but does not fear him enough to break herself to keep him. What makes a man value you is not found in the calls you answer on the first ring or the late-night paragraphs explaining your heart. It's in the space you guard when he forgets you have the power to vanish. It's in the quiet you hold when every part of you wants to close the gap for him. A man feels when your energy carries his weight, when you fill every silence so he never wonders if you're slipping away, when you pour and pour, hoping he'll feel it and hold you tighter. But it never works that way, not for long, because a man respects what he works to reach. He respects the boundary that hums, I want you, but I can want you and still walk if you play with this. It's not a threat, it's a presence. It's the invisible line he can't see but feels every time he tests you, and every time you pass that test in silence instead of fear. Some will tell you to play games, to fake distance, fake coldness, but pretending to be untouchable only works until the mask slips. The real power is never in pretending. It's in actually being able to stand alone and meaning it when you say, I will not stay where I'm not held right. A man doesn't value the woman who explains her worth. He values the one who leaves when he pretends he can't see it. Because absence has a gravity your words never will. Space makes him sit with himself, with the fear that you're not waiting where he left you. That fear is not cruelty. It's the truth that pulls his best self forward or pushes him out of your way. Either way, you win, because you never chase what drifts to teach it how to stay. What makes a man value you is the moment he realizes you are not soft because you're weak. You're soft because you choose to be, and you can choose to close that door anytime you feel him forgetting. The woman who can look at the man she wants and still say no, not like this. That's the one he remembers when he's alone, when the easy ones come and go, when the nights get long and the noise in his head says, you lost her because you thought she'd always be there. Some women break themselves trying to become unforgettable by giving more than they can afford, but giving too much too soon costs you the only thing that holds his respect, your edge, your calm, your line in the sand that says, I love you, but I love me more. It's not a threat you say out loud. It's a boundary he feels when he pulls away and you don't beg him to come back. It's the quiet way you stay kind but unmoved, soft but not melting, loving but not blind. When you stop fighting for a place you already earned, you make him fight for the right to stand beside you. And when a man fights for it, he values it. He values it because he paid for it with his presence, his effort, his small sacrifices you never begged him for. He values it because he felt the cost of losing it. The ones who say, if you don't chase him, he'll forget you never held themselves long enough to learn the opposite. When you chase him, he forgets you. When you sit still, he remembers. He remembers because the gap reminds him you can disappear anytime you feel unseen. And that, more than any words, is what makes him look at other women and still think of you. Because you were soft enough to love him, but strong enough to stand without him. And that balance is the rarest thing he'll ever touch. So when he drifts, stay calm. When he tests you, stay still. When he wonders where you went, let him. When he comes back, decide if you want to open that door again. And when you do it slowly. He will feel it. He will know he holds something he cannot buy with charm, promises, or borrowed warmth. He will know that to keep it, he must stand beside it, not above it. And if he won't, you won't beg. You won't explain. You won't break your own spine to teach him how to stand tall. You'll close the door he forgot to guard and carry your softness to someone who knows how to keep it safe. That is what makes a man value you. Not fear, not games, not emptiness dressed up as mystery, but quiet strength. The calm promise that you are the storm he'll remember because you could have stayed forever and still chose yourself instead. If you felt that, remember, he values what he could lose, and you never lose what you're strong enough to leave. If this found you at the right time, stay here, because this is fact scope, and these are the truths they don't say out loud, but you'll feel every time you choose yourself first. So let him wonder. Let him sit with the empty space where your warmth used to live. Let him taste the difference between a woman who clings and a woman who knows how to walk away when her softness is held carelessly. Most will never understand how powerful that quiet really is. The quiet that says, I don't need to prove my worth to you. The quiet that says, I wanted you, but I will never beg you to keep what you never knew how to hold. A man may never tell you what that silence does to him, but it works on him more than any angry words ever could. It reminds him that you were never desperate. It reminds him that what you gave was a choice, not a debt. It reminds him that every piece of you he took for granted is the same piece you can take back, without slamming doors, without loud goodbyes, just gone, just not his anymore. And when you can do that, when you can sit alone with your heart steady, your mind clear, your spine unbent, you don't just become unforgettable, you become untouchable in the only way that matters, not hard, not bitter, not cold to everyone, but free. Free enough to open your hands, to give fully, to love deeply, because you know you can also close those hands and hold yourself just as fiercely when the moment calls for it. He will feel that every time he tests your silence, every time he pulls away to see if you'll follow, every time he wonders if the door he left ajar will still be open when he turns back. He'll feel it, that he has to stand right to stay near you. He has to choose you just as completely as you choose him, or he will lose the right to be chosen at all. No man forgets that lesson. Not the honest ones, not the careless ones, not the strong ones, not the weak ones. Because what makes him value you is never what you beg for. It's the quiet, steady proof that you are the storm he can't outrun, because you were the calm he never knew how to keep safe when he had it. So hold your softness like something rare. Give it to the hands that hold it back with care. And never fear being alone with it when someone forgets what it costs to stay close to a woman who needs nothing more than her own spine to feel whole. This is how he values you. This is how he remembers you. And this is how you never lose yourself trying to make him stay. He has to choose you fully, or lose the right to be chosen at all. No man forgets that lesson, because what makes him value you is never what you beg for. It's the calm proof you can stand without him. So hold your softness like something rare. Give it where it's held with care. Never fear being alone with it when someone forgets its cost. This is how he values you. This is how he remembers you. And this is how you never lose yourself trying to make him stay. The right man never wants you smaller. He wants you whole, or not at all. And if he doesn't, you'll stand anyway.